If someone told you they have $1 million saved for retirement, there's a good chance this little account helped them get there. It's called an IRA. No, it's not a secret investment. No, it's not only for rich people. And no, you don't need to be a financial expert to use one. In the next few minutes, I'll explain exactly what an IRA is, the difference between traditional and Roth IRAs, how taxes work, how much you can contribute, and the rules for taking your money out. Let's make this as simple as possible. So first, what exactly is an IRA? IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. Think of it like a special savings box created by the government to encourage people to save for retirement. But here's something many beginners misunderstand. The IRA itself isn't actually an investment. It's simply the container. Inside that container, you can own investments like stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, bonds, and much more. Imagine buying a lunchbox. The lunchbox isn't the food. It simply holds whatever you decide to pack inside. An IRA works exactly the same way. Now you might be wondering, if it's just a container, why do so many people talk about opening one? The answer is simple: taxes. An IRA gives you tax advantages that a regular investment account usually doesn't. And over 20 or 30 years, paying less tax can mean keeping tens of thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. That's what makes these accounts so valuable. Now here's where things start to get interesting. There are two main types of IRAs, a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. The names sound complicated. The difference is actually very simple. Let's start with the traditional IRA. With a traditional IRA, you usually get a tax break today. Imagine you earn $50,000 this year. If you qualify and contribute to a traditional IRA, you may reduce the amount of income you pay taxes on this year. That means a smaller tax bill today. Sounds great, right? Well, there's a trade-off. When you retire and begin taking money out, you'll generally pay income tax on those withdrawals. A simple way to remember it is this: traditional IRA, tax later. Now let's flip that around. A Roth IRA works almost the exact opposite. You contribute money you've already paid taxes on. So you don't receive a tax deduction today, but later, when you retire, qualified withdrawals are completely tax-free. That means both the money you contributed and all the investment growth can come out without federal income tax, as long as you follow the rules. So if you need an easy way to remember the difference, here it is. A traditional IRA equals tax later, while Roth IRA equals pay tax now and enjoy tax-free money later. So naturally, the next question is, which one is better? The truth is, there's no single right answer. A traditional IRA can make sense if you think you'll be in a lower tax bracket during retirement. A Roth IRA may be a better fit if you believe taxes could be higher in the future, or if you simply like the idea of tax-free retirement income. Some people even use both. Another question beginners ask is, how much money can you put into an IRA? The government sets a yearly contribution limit, so you can't contribute an unlimited amount. That limit can change from time to time, so it's always a good idea to check the current IRS rules before making your contribution. And if you're age 50 or older, you're usually allowed to contribute a little extra through what's called a catch-up contribution. You may also be wondering, can anyone open an IRA? Generally, almost anyone with earned income can. However, depending on how much you earn and whether you already have a retirement plan through work, there may be income limits that affect certain tax benefits or Roth IRA eligibility. Now let's talk about one of the biggest questions people have. When can you actually take your money out? Here's the important thing to remember. These accounts were designed for retirement. So while it's your money, taking investment earnings out too early can trigger taxes and penalties unless an exception applies. Generally, once you reach age 59 and a half and follow the rules, withdrawals become much more favorable. For a traditional IRA, you'll generally pay income tax on withdrawals. For a Roth IRA, qualified withdrawals are generally tax-free. And here's one bonus fact that surprises a lot of people. With a Roth IRA, you can generally withdraw the money you personally contributed at any time without taxes or penalties because you've already paid tax on it. The investment earnings are different. Those usually need to stay invested until you meet the qualified withdrawal rules. So before we wrap up, now let's put everything together. An IRA is simply a retirement account that gives you valuable tax advantages. A traditional IRA usually gives you a tax break today, but you'll generally pay taxes when you withdraw the money in retirement. A Roth IRA works the opposite way. You pay taxes now, but qualified withdrawals in retirement are generally tax-free. Both can be powerful tools for building wealth over time, and the earlier you start investing, the more time compound growth has to work its magic. Retirement doesn't have to be confusing. Once you understand the basics, everything else starts to make a lot more sense. And that's exactly what Retirement 101 is all about. If you found this helpful, I'll see you in the next lesson, where we'll continue making retirement simple, one topic at a time.